Psych! So, even though I really don't have any time and this entire week is pure chaos for me, Steven Wilson dropped a new album. Well, an EP, rather. I figured I still have to talk about this. It's a shorter album, so I don't have to talk too much about it, but it still begs to be talked about, so let's just dive right in. Steven Wilson, 4.5. I am actually very glad that this is an EP because it allowed me to dive into the music without investing too much time into it. Unlike another album that I will have to look at in a couple of weeks. So the album is really divided into 3 different parts. The first part takes up the first half of the album, and these are songs that were written in conjunction with Hand Cannot Erase, his last album that he put out last year. And you can definitely feel the Hand Cannot Erase signature sound on these 3 songs. The 3 songs, of course, being My Book of Regrets, The Year of the Plague, and Happiness 3. I really enjoy these songs, even though these sound a lot like a lot of his other works. In fact, My Book of Regrets has a lot of those same sounds that Steven has used in the past. It's got that same chord riff that we heard from Time Flies from The Incident, and even the chorus. I'm not quite sure where it's from, but I know I've heard it before.
In the back of a taxi cab in London town, it's like watching TV with the sound turned down, 'cause I can feel it, I've got a buzzing in my head.
I like the fact that it's presented as an EP because it doesn't feel so much like he's copying it, more that he's using these things that he's used in the past in a new and different way. And I kind of like that rejigging of old styles without completely ripping it off. In fact, I love Happiness 3. It's a really great song. It's almost an upbeat and happy song, which is very strange for Steven Wilson. He really likes the depressing and melodramatic and melancholy kind of a thing. So listening to this song that's very upbeat, it's very refreshing.
Sorry that was cruel, I only meant for you to do some violence in the snow. Slip on the ice so I can catch you fall.
But then we get to the second part of this album, which are 2 songs that were recorded during The Raven That Refused to Sing and Other Stories. And this is Sunday Rain Sets In and Vermilion Core. And these songs, much like the first 3, emulate that same sound that Raven That Refused to Sing captured. So it's dripping in that dark mellotron. It has that same kind of dark feel that Raven had. And I love the instrumentations of, again, Year of the Plague, as well as Sunday Rain Sets In, where Year of the Plague is much more an acoustic and, I don't know, heavenly? It's hard to put your finger on. Whereas Sunday Rain Sets In is almost that flip side. It's that foil to the song where it's very dark. And then the album ends with a little bit of a different spin on the Porcupine Tree song Don't Hate Me from their Stupid Dream album. The chorus is sung by Nanette Taibe, and I hope I pronounced that right. And it's a really interesting take in that it's more of a duet than just a straight up confession or a straight up plea. I'm not sure if I like it more or less than the original. It's definitely a different take, but it really kind of follows the same foot paths that the original had. There's not too much difference outside of that different dynamic between singers. And so that's pretty much it for the album. Overall, I was pretty pleased for the EP. I would have to say stream this with headphones. It's definitely warranted for a good pair of headphones. Unless you're a big diehard fan of Steven Wilson, there's not really a pressing issue to own this album. What did you guys think about this album? Let me know what you thought down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I mean, it is an EP, so there's not too much to either love or hate about it. It's just some extra material that was lying around that Steven decided to brush off, polish up a little bit, and then release. And so that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, notes out.
I didn't think that you would take it all to heart. Tired of burning up the
Apparently there was only one song written for The Raven, and that was The Year of the Plague. Everything else was written partly in 2013, and then later recorded, finished in June. And it looks like Book of Regrets and Vermilicon were written in late 2013, finished in June 2015. Sunday Rain Sets In was recorded for The Hand Cannot Erase, and Year of the Plague was written during the Raven That Refused to Sing. Really, it could have fooled me, because the first 3 songs definitely feel like they fit on The Hand Cannot Erase. The next 2 songs definitely feel like they fit on Raven. I am a dolt, because, I mean, I picked up the album, but it took me forever to realize that the 4.5 is the name. Because I was wondering, what the heck is all these lines going on here for? And then it wasn't until I actually picked up the album that I realized, oh, it's 4.5.